All right.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
"100 Men in Suits."
Yeah, I read about that. That's cool. I see a lady marching with them.
Yeah. Empty the jail. Empty the jail. Right.
Stifle, imprison, and literally eradicate the men in order for you to take over a nation.
Give me the bottom line of why it's important then to have men be visible, just in a sentence or two.
With the African American community, with everything that we've gone through from being enslaved, with animalistic directive and the Jim Crow laws and the failed integration, the African Americans who exist now, our black men who exist now, they've come through the worst. They are the strongest. They are the power, the intellect, and the leaders. For our community to heal, they must lead.
I do have one more.
Let me go get my car.
Born and raised, I pray for better days. Please help me, Lord. I need to make a change. I'm stressing kind of hard. I need a brainstorm. You never do wrong. Now, son, do your part.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Hi, family. Hi, now. Okay. You know, you're everywhere. Everywhere possible. Where's the
But no one really wants to hear my story. That's why I'm all alone. There's no one here for me. I ain't trying to feel
No, she got a lot of transfer. She went out of California first, and then it worked out. She came back up here from
You already know this. That's what I'm
So I just told her.
Put your hands up.
no matter what the journey.
Come on, let's receive our founder.
Come on, man.
Go ahead and join the brothers in the shade. I want you guys to make sure you can relax.
This is the day. I'm out of the sun in the way.
Once again, I want you to know that we have come together in this walk for our community. Not just any community.
Right.
Not just anybody.
Right.
We are African Americans.
Yes.
And as African Americans, we have a culture
Yes.
that speaks to knowing who we are.
Yes.
If you do not know who you are, then you will be led by others who want to tell you who you are.
Right on.
And with that, it is unfortunate that there are those who have joined us on this walk with good intentions.
Yes.
And I know it's with good intentions because I didn't invite anybody on this walk who I have not had experiences with,
Right.
talked to, or reviewed or were referred to by someone who I trusted.
Yes.
That I have confidence in because I am being led by a higher power than anyone who is standing here.
Amen.
And I need to say that not as any type of apology. I refuse to apologize for doing what the Lord told me to do. That's not going to come out of my mouth. What will come out of my mouth is the very exposure and for evidence of why we are having this walk. It is for healing. It is for knowing and making the call to who our leaders are. You, the African American men, are our leaders. If you cannot identify as African American, then you are not our leaders. I know that's hard to hear, but that's the truth.
True.
Our definition movement, it didn't stop us in the Emancipation Proclamation and the years and the suffering and the success that came after that. Why in the world would it stop us in 2011? Now, will there be hard times? Will there be naysayers who will come against? Of course they will. Expect them.
Yes. Among us.
I do. That's why I'm not going to stop. And that's why the call will move forward. The call is not for high numbers. We can make high numbers.
Yeah.
The Lord showed me just yesterday, high numbers can show up with black people. And we had a good time. And Asha Piggott is one of the young women who made sure her organization, her work, her individual progress and teaching would help a woman like me who was coming out of domestic violence.
Yeah.
She's the one who put that on yesterday.
Yeah.
But there was something devastating that happened in the midst of that wonderful picnic. Shots broke out. Right in the midst of me and my baby and my family and my friends. Now, should we always stay away from the CD? People were putting it on Facebook. Oh, I guess there are zip codes we better stay away from. I don't think so. Because I'm not being held hostage by nigga mentality.
Right.
I'm not being held hostage by making sure that we can't do anything and don't do anything because there's a few among us who are willing to kill themselves and keep themselves beat down. If we continue to do that, we will be extinct.
Hey.
And just as I refuse to go back to being 400 pounds, I refuse to allow for a mentality that is destructive to destroy all of us. So, this is my call. This is the Lord's call. This is the community call for appropriate leadership, appropriate positioning for African American men. We need you. We need your intellect. We need your governance. We need for you guys to be able to take a look at a situation and know in an instant, this is not for us. Or to be able to take a look at a situation and know in an instant, this is exactly what we need.
Right.
So I thank you. I thank you, brothers, for showing up. Because you are the ones who knew that this was exactly the place and the moment that you need to be.
All right.
Everybody has agendas. So do I. Mine happens to be led by my higher power, God. Others' agendas may also match that. There may be agendas, and you can guarantee there are agendas that don't match that at all. But as I said in the forefront, I expected that. and I lean and I will be dependent on you as our leaders to expect it as well. Because as we forge forward, if we forge forward with our eyes closed and then think and anticipate that everybody that looks like us will be for us, we are failing. We are lost and we are confused. And as we move forward and progress in leadership, you are a detriment just as much as those who will bring out a gun and put it to our heads. And even worse detriment, because those who look like you and who will manipulate and be sly and grin in your face and then destroy your progress, they're worse than those with the gun. With the gun, you can do like me and my baby did yesterday, and we can duck and run and get away from the threat. When the threat looks just like you, sounds like you, you won't know where it is. You won't know who it is. And that's why, as true leaders, as men who have integrity, as men who know who we are and where we need to go, you are the ones who will be able to say, you are not for us. You are not for us. And separate ourselves from those who are destructive. Now today, in order to make sure that the call is moving forward, I want to make sure everyone knows we have walked through the Central District. My brothers have walked suited and booted through the Central District, 16 blocks from 22nd and East Madison here to South Junkins, and we are enjoying the success of this call, of this walk, and we will continue to enjoy the success and the progress of your leadership as we come together in our moments, in our days, in our weeks, in our years after this. Because those few who know that this is exactly who we need to be, this is exactly where we need to be, you will be in contact with me, you will be in contact with each other, you will network, and we will move forward regardless of anybody else's agenda.
All right, all right.
One other thing that is on my heart is we anticipated that I'd be able to share, and we would be able to share with potluck. And it appears that that has not come to fruition. And for me, I love being here. And I know that everything is for a reason, and for the right reasons and the right purpose, especially when I don't have any control over it, somebody else doesn't have any control over it, and your plans don't come through, God's plans have come through. And since we don't have potluck, I want to invite you brothers and my beautiful sisters who supported. Thank you so much. I want to invite you guys to chill, take that load off, drink some water, network, and touch base with each other. We definitely have some business cards and some recognition that we can move forward through in order to say thank you for your response and your call. And so, Angela, can you reach into my basket and give me that list? I want to say thank you to our sponsors while I have your attention right now.
I do have cards with me. I'll make sure each one of you have them. You have a youth that wants to write a book. I can show them how to get it done. And it's something that I think all of you should try to impose upon your youth, that they have skills, that they can write poetry, short books, anything they want, and produce them, print them, and sell to your family and friends, relatively inexpensive. So once again, my name is Alvin Lloyd Alexander Horn. I'm available to help you with your teenagers. That's what I want to do to give back to my community. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.